here with Caitriona Balfe and Sam Heughan from one of my favorite shows on television, Stars Outlander. You guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
So clearly, I'm one of your biggest fans, but you had a few hundred of them upstairs waiting to get autographs and take pictures with you.
There were thousands.
Thousands.
I think, yeah, it was a huge audience.
It was a very hot audience.
It was. There was a lot of people. It was very hot, but it's great. They're, the fans are always so passionate, so that's always a good thing.
I think passionate is the understatement of the year. They are rabid, and they've been desperate for the return of this show. They've been waiting. They're talking about it on social media. It's been dubbed the Droughtlander. Now that the Droughtlander officially ends this weekend,
it does.
What can we expect from season 3?
I mean, so much. There's a lot that happens. We pick up with Jamie and the aftermath of Culloden. With Claire's story, we sort of pick up at the end of episode 1, season 2, where she's in Boston, she's pregnant, and she's with Frank, which is not really what people want to see sometimes.
No, we don't want to see that. We pretty much pick up where we left off, I think, with Jamie's story, and we get to see these two people living their lives apart, that they believe that the other person is dead, and sort of trying to get through their lives and live through their lives with some sort of purpose, but without the person that they love.
For people who are familiar with the books, and there are a lot of people who are, more than 25 million copies of the Outlander series have been sold around the world, and people who are familiar with the book know that the two do eventually reunite this season, correct?
We hope so.
Apparently they do, yes.
And they possibly reunite in a print shop.
I was thinking of like a romantic place. I'm not sure I would choose a print shop.
Well, this is the beauty of Diana Gabaldon's mind. It's like she just flips the script on everything. You think it's going to go one way, and she just gives you the most insane but brilliant scenario. So
she also gives you a lot of sex.
She does do that,
yes. This is one of the steamiest shows on television. I have to ask you, how do you keep it kosher, if you will?
There's usually a lot of people in rooms. I mean, sex scenes when you film them are never what people think they are, I think.
Everyone says,
but it's true.
No fun.
Really?
Unless you're into that, and you like to have an audience, which, I'm not saying that some people aren't, but...
Maybe there are people out there that
I don't know.
So what's easier to shoot, actually, a sex scene or a fight scene?
Oh, fight scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
There's
preferably
so much
a fight between us.
Yes.
That would be fun.
I mean, I tend to walk away from those fight scenes injured a lot. I think we had one this season where we're in the middle of a fight and I slightly push Sam and he pushes me back, but where mine was like a little push, he just sends me flying, so I land on the other side of the room on my butt, which hurt.
That's what you
But
get.
Sam, this
is the 1700s.
That pales in comparison to all the things that Jamie has been through, though. I mean, your character has been shot, stabbed, almost flogged to death twice. Almost hung. Does that ever take its toll, though, having to play a character that experiences that much pain?
I mean, this season I think is a different story. Losing Claire is something completely different. But I think physical pain, I think he can deal with. But yeah, certainly the loss of Claire is his life, and that's completely destroys him as a person. And then he has to find a way to live his life without her, and he can't really.
Claire seems like a dream role for any actress. I mean, she's tough, she's fierce, but she's also able to be vulnerable. She can save and she can be saved, which is why I love her. Is it just a joy to play her?
Just getting to play someone who's as complex as her. I mean, she's not perfect. She can be stubborn, she can get herself in a lot of difficult situations, but she loves fiercely, she fights fiercely. She has boundless empathy, she fights for justice, and all of those things are just so attractive to be able to play. It's been such a great opportunity, I think, for both of us. I mean, I think we've been on this wild ride that is just, I don't know, it's given us so much.
It's hard to believe that this was actually one of your first major TV roles.
My only TV. I'd never done TV before. I mean, I'd done like some indie films and some small roles in films, but this was the first TV thing I'd ever done.
I mean, what a beginning.
I know, they were crazy. What were they thinking? They were like, yes, let's rest a show on her shoulders. Completely unproven.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
I have to ask you about the other beauty on set, that red hair. Does it have its own contract?
Oh, yeah, it's
Does
got its own
have
trailer.
Own
Yeah,
manager?
own trailer.
Own trailer?
Its agent is a pain in the...
Nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
I mean, it's this all
I mean, the
time.
writer for that wig
Yeah.
alone is just like, whew.
Yeah, yeah. No, I do obviously wear this a red ginger wig, and it's you know, it's a part of the character. It's very much his persona. You know, the red hair and the sort of fiery nature of that.
You know, historically, the show had been compared to Game of Thrones. I think we now know that they're two distinctly different shows. But if you had to have
A dragon.
Yeah.
If we could have a dragon, I'd love a dragon.
You'd love a dragon.
Yeah, I could ride it. I can wear a blonde wig. I don't need a blonde wig. I'm blonde.
You are blonde.
And I could just ride the dragon.
I just have a sword and work at the wall while you're flying around on the dragon.
I love this spin-off.
I think this could work. I could see, yeah.
This is why
Season
no one's
5.
giving us a writer's job.
Thank you guys for being here. Outlander airs Sundays at 8 on Star.